The sun is the beating heart of our solar system, a blazing sphere of energy that has shaped the destiny of our planet for billions of years. Every morning, as its rays break over the horizon, it signals the start of a new day, awakening life across continents and oceans. The sun's presence is so constant, so reliable, that it's easy to forget just how vital it truly is. It provides the warmth and light necessary for life, bathing the earth in energy that sustains every living thing. Without the sun's gentle touch, the world would be shrouded in darkness and cold, unable to support the vibrant ecosystems we know today. Its rays nurture forests, meadows, and oceans, creating the perfect conditions for life to flourish. The sun's energy drives photosynthesis, the miraculous process that allows plants to transform sunlight into food. Through this process, plants not only grow and thrive, but also release oxygen into the atmosphere, making it possible for animals and humans to breathe. Every bite of food we eat, every breath we take, is a direct gift from the sun's energy, passed through the web of life. Without the sun, Earth would be a cold, lifeless rock, drifting silently through the void of space. Temperatures would plummet far below freezing, and the planet's surface would become inhospitable to all known forms of life. The oceans would freeze solid, and the atmosphere would collapse, leaving behind a barren, frozen wasteland. The sun's gravity is the invisible force that keeps our planet in orbit, maintaining the delicate balance of the solar system. Without it, Earth would drift away into the darkness, lost among the stars. The sun's gravitational pull not only holds the planets in place, but also shapes the paths of comets and asteroids, influencing the very structure of our cosmic neighborhood. Human civilizations have always depended on the sun, drawing inspiration and sustenance from its light. Ancient cultures worshipped the sun as a powerful deity, building monuments and temples to honor its life-giving force. Farmers have relied on its predictable cycles to grow crops and feed communities, while children have played in its warmth for generations. The sun's influence reaches into every aspect of our lives, from the food we eat to the stories we tell. The sun is both a physical necessity and a symbol of life, hope, and renewal. Its rising each day marks new beginnings, inspiring poets, artists, and dreamers throughout history. We gather in its light to celebrate, to connect, and to find comfort. The warmth of the sun is woven into our memories, our cultures, and our very sense of what it means to be alive. Imagining a world without the sun challenges our understanding of existence itself. The sudden loss of its light would plunge humanity into confusion and fear as the familiar rhythms of day and night vanished. Our sense of time, our connection to nature, and our hopes for the future are all tied to the sun's steady presence in the sky. Its sudden absence would bring life to an abrupt and chilling halt. The world as we know it would cease to exist, reminding us just how precious and fragile our place in the universe truly is. For 8 minutes after the sun vanishes, we'd still see its light unaware of the catastrophe, but Earth's orbit would immediately destabilize, sending us drifting into space. As the last sunlight fades, darkness engulfs the planet. The moon disappears, and panic spreads as temperatures begin to drop. Within hours, the world grows colder, and chaos erupts as power grids fail. Solar energy vanishes, plunging many regions into crisis. The immediate aftermath is confusion, fear, and a desperate scramble for answers. Imagine waking up to a world where the sun never rises. Days without sunlight bring a relentless freeze, an unending night that seeps into every corner of life. The familiar warmth of morning is gone, replaced by a bone-chilling cold that never lifts. Streets once bustling with activity now lie silent under a heavy, icy darkness. The absence of sunlight is more than just a lack of light. It's a loss of hope, a world suspended in perpetual twilight. Temperatures plummet below zero everywhere, shattering records and freezing even the most temperate regions. The cold is merciless, creeping into homes and bodies alike. Frost forms on every surface, and the air itself seems to bite. People bundle up in layers, but nothing seems to keep the chill at bay. Heating systems strain and fail, leaving many to shiver in the darkness. Oceans and lakes begin to freeze, their surfaces turning to thick sheets of ice. Rivers slow and stop, and the world's coastlines become unrecognizable, locked in a frozen embrace. The planet enters a new ice age, with glaciers advancing and snow piling up in places that once knew only rain. The natural rhythms of water and weather are thrown into chaos. The water cycle collapses, causing drought and erratic winds. Without the sun's warmth, evaporation halts, and rain becomes a distant memory. Rivers dry up, and the land cracks under the strain. Winds whip across barren landscapes, carrying dust and debris, reshaping the world in unpredictable ways. Photosynthesis stops, plants die, and the food chain unravels. Fields of crops wither and rot. Forests stand silent and lifeless, and the green that once covered the earth fades to brown and grey. Without sunlight, plants cannot grow, and the foundation of life itself begins to crumble. Mass extinctions sweep the planet as animals starve. Herbivores find nothing to eat, and predators soon follow. The sounds of wildlife vanish, replaced by an eerie silence. Ecosystems collapse, and the diversity of life shrinks with every passing day. Human societies face food shortages and mental despair. Supermarket shelves empty quickly, and rationing becomes the new normal. People wait in long lines for dwindling supplies, their faces etched with worry. The psychological toll of endless darkness grows heavier as hope fades with each sunless day. Communities rely on dwindling reserves, struggling to adapt. Neighbors band together, sharing what little they have. Makeshift shelters and communal fires become lifelines. Every meal is a victory. Every day survived a testament to human resilience. Yet, the struggle grows harder as resources run out. The world grows darker, colder, and more desperate. Cities that once glowed with light and life now flicker dimly, their energy reserves dwindling. Streets are deserted, and neighborhoods fall silent, blanketed in snow and shadow. The sense of isolation deepens as the sunless days drag on. Survival becomes a daily battle in a sunless world. Every action is focused on staying warm, finding food, and holding on to hope. In the absence of sunlight, humanity is tested to its limits, forced to adapt or perish in the endless night. Without sunlight, the very foundation of life on Earth begins to unravel. Plants, which rely on the sun's energy to perform photosynthesis, are the first to suffer. Their leaves droop, their stems weaken, and their vibrant green fades to brown as they wither and die. The once lush fields and forests become graveyards of brittle, lifeless vegetation, unable to produce the oxygen that sustains animal life. As the green world collapses, herbivores, creatures that depend on plants for food, face starvation. Grazing animals wander across barren fields, searching in vain for a single blade of grass or a fallen leaf. Their bodies grow thin and weak, and many succumb to hunger. With the disappearance of herbivores, carnivores soon follow, deprived of their prey. The intricate web of life, built over millions of years, begins to unravel at a terrifying pace. The food web disintegrates, leaving behind empty forests and silent plains. Animal populations plummet, and the once familiar sounds of birdsong and animal calls fade into an eerie quiet. The land, stripped of its life, becomes a barren wasteland dotted with the remains of creatures that once thrived. The oceans, too, are not spared. As temperatures drop, the surface of the sea freezes, locking away the sunlight that marine plants and animals need. The icy crust spreads, suffocating the life below and disrupting the delicate balance of marine ecosystems. Phytoplankton, the tiny plants that form the base of the ocean's food chain, begin to die off. Without them, fish and other marine creatures lose their primary food source. The once bustling underwater world becomes a silent, desolate expanse, echoing the devastation seen on land. The loss of sunlight throws animal behaviors into chaos. Migration patterns, breeding cycles, and hibernation schedules are all governed by the rhythms of day and night, of changing seasons. Now, animals are left confused and disoriented, wandering in search of food and warmth, their instincts no longer aligned with the world around them. The world's biodiversity is decimated. Forests stand empty, landscapes fall silent, and habitats once teeming with life are abandoned. The cycles of nature, growth, reproduction, renewal, are broken, replaced by a desperate struggle for survival. Across the globe, animals scavenge for any remaining scraps of food, braving the cold and darkness. Some species cling to life, adapting in remarkable ways, but most are unable to cope with the relentless challenges. The struggle for survival becomes the new law of the land. The loss of the sun reveals just how fragile the balance of life truly is. Every living thing, from the smallest plant to the largest animal, is connected in a web that depends on light and warmth. Without it, the world is left exposed, vulnerable, and forever changed. In the end, Earth becomes a shadow of its former self, a planet shrouded in darkness, its vibrant ecosystems reduced to memories, and its once thriving life now a faint echo in the silence. Humanity would be forced to adapt rapidly to survive. Underground shelters insulated from the cold become essential. Geothermal, nuclear, and fossil fuels replace solar energy. Indoor farming with artificial light becomes the main food source. Hydroponics and aquaponics expand to feed the population. Cooperation and innovation are vital for survival. The human spirit is tested as we fight to endure a new reality. Over time, Earth becomes an icy wasteland, with temperatures plunging to extremes. The atmosphere grows still and lifeless, and oceans freeze solid. Only extremophiles survive in geothermal pockets. The planet's vibrant colors fade, replaced by darkness and ice. From space, Earth is a frozen, unrecognizable sphere. The sun's absence transforms the planet's identity forever. Earth stands as a stark reminder of life's dependence on the sun. Without the sun, seasons vanish. Earth is locked in eternal winter. The water cycle halts, freezing lakes and rivers. No clouds, no rain, just a stagnant, silent atmosphere. Winds weaken, and weather systems disappear. The climate becomes monotonous and lifeless. The sun's energy once orchestrated all weather and seasons. Its loss exposes the delicate balance that sustains life. In the face of darkness, humanity turns to science and technology. Geothermal and nuclear energy power underground cities. Biotechnology creates crops for artificial environments. Vertical farming and hydroponics become widespread. Global collaboration drives innovation and adaptation. Research focuses on survival and understanding the new world. Science becomes humanity's beacon in the sunless age. The sun's disappearance reveals its vital role in every aspect of life. Its warmth, light, and gravity sustain our world. Civilizations have revered the sun for millennia. This scenario highlights the fragility of our existence. Humanity's resilience would be tested as never before. The sun's legacy endures as a symbol of life's interconnectedness. Its absence would forever remind us of our place in the cosmos.